So on this new episode of Extra Time with Gystin, we'll be talking to someone who has had a chance to play for the two best clubs. When I'm talking about Ugandan football, I'm talking about Viper Sports Club, KCCA FC, but also he's had a chance to play for one of the legendary clubs here in Uganda. I'm talking about XTRA FC. And what that means is that he's been here. He's been here for quite some time, and so he's just the right person to talk to when we are discussing everything to do with the lives of footballers beyond match day. You know, their lifestyles, the roles their families have played and friends in the shaping of their career. So we'll be talking to Sadam Ibrahim Juma, and he hasn't signed for any team yet after ending his contract with KCCA FC. You never know, this might be the source of breaking news. So come with me and let's listen in to his story. So like I said, the person we are going to be talking to has played for the two biggest clubs in Ugandan football. Talking about Vipers and KCCA FC, but also a team that is one of the legendaries, that is Express. So he's been here for quite some time, and he's just the right person to talk to about everything that is about Extra Time with Gystin. And he's right here. Do I say how are you, sir? Bonga, sina COVID.
Mwagize. Mwagobede guidelines ezokujja
social distance. Clearly, you can see. Okuja ko masijenta de wali. Unless you have the COVID.
No. Nzembelaka.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Are you fantastic?
Of course.
How is everything?
Not bad. We're trying. I'm trying. And as the whole world is trying, we're also trying. Everyone. So we struggle. Yeah, as they say.
Yeah, COVID. I see a yellow, yellow, red, blue, navigator, right? So first things first, COVID, everyone is stuck. Yeah. It's been a whole, couple of months of you struggling. Yeah. What has it been like for you?
It's really been hard, Staying away from football for 8 months is really something you cannot, joke. I think it's like a player getting injured and then you're out for a season, because the season is for 8 months. So not playing football for 8 months, it's really long. It's been hard.
What do you do? Because I understand your life as a footballer, you have to do a lot to keep, because your weight is way unacceptable.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to keep fit, to keep in shape, and when you don't train too much, your body tends to absorb in more fat, and then you get the appetite to eat too much. So again, you start losing, your fitness and your body shape and weight. So it's really been hard. I think it's hard for most of the players. I don't think the players have really managed to handle the situation to keep fit.
So what do? You have like a place you go and train alone?
Yeah, I've been trying to keep fit from home. And for the first few months, the 4 months, I was trying to keep fit from home. Then I started doing the road runs and stuff. Then I joined with a few friends. We started, going to play some bit of football, like social distancing football. Train, but not much in contact. So I've tried to really, keep fit, but I don't think I'm really that 100% fit. But I've really tried, my best.
I think that's the trickiest part. There are people who, when COVID hits,
they went back to bed.
That must be hard. So, I mean, we are not going to talk about football, what Sadam plays like. Like I said, when I was briefing you about this show, that's what everyone else discusses. We are more about your life beyond the game, football, beyond the pitch. Because for us, the fans, but we think there is a lot more that causes you to perform the way you perform.
Yeah, sure.
And that's what we want to focus on. So. And that zeroes down to family, friends, and your lifestyle.
Yeah, sure.
Do your friends and family understand your career very well?
Yeah, they do. They do. Actually, it depends with the company, you on the sides of friends, the company you dine in with.
Yeah.
So, of course, much of my friends, they're into the game, they're into football. So they really understand, and they know what you need to do, and, they push you, and they try to, to be a backbone in your career. So I've really, I think I've had a few friends. I don't have a lot of football friends, you know, but I've had good friends who have really, really guided me, try to push me whenever, you know, I need them. And of course, family. Family is really a major, major key in all this, you know, because if you have a bad game, if you have, you know, any lows or, you know, heights, they will call you, they will be there, they will tell you, you know, next time you're going to do this, you push it, you know, keep going and stuff. I think friends won't, you know, when you have a bad game, you know, it will be, I don't think everyone will come out and, you know, like.
You know how human beings are. To fit together,
Exactly,
never
yeah. So yeah, friends do play part, but family does play the major, you know, the major part of it all. But most of my friends, they know my career, you know, because we're in the same circle. So they really push and, you know, do a lot to help in, you know.
Okay, but you know, with family, because football is very demanding, you literally train, I don't know, every single day.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
sure.
and for example, like family, are there times when you take long without seeing them and Mukade is like Naebwe?
Yeah, I really take long to see my family.
Do they complain?
Yeah, they do complain, but right now, they have to understand the nature of, you know, of my career, which I think they do now. They do. Because I take so long, you know, I only get calls from my dad about after a game or even like 2-3 games, you know, like basically day in, day out, you know. And I also get calls from my mom, you know. So it's not really, she's not too much into the game, but she gets to know, you know, the ins and outs of the game.
Does she keep asking, Ojadi, when are you coming home? When are you coming home?
Yeah, she does. She really does too much. And she was really on me every time I get injured, you know. That's the most part I really don't feel like, you know. Every time I get injured, I feel it takes me back to like, now mom, she's going to be, you know, worried. She's going to be this and this. But she's a parent. She has to get concerned, you know. But I always oftenly go, you know, when I get free. And then go and visit her, check on her, you know. But it's not really, you know,
as often.
As often, yeah, as you might, you know, be like close when you're with them, you know. They are apart. She stays far, you know, and I stay far.
How many kids are you in your family?
We're 4, 3 girls, and I'm the only boy in the family.
You know I did that. You know what they say about kids who are only boy, only girl? They tend to be like,
I know.
Mommy,
but I never got that love. Okay, I don't say I never got it because I didn't have my parents or I didn't. But I started my struggle when I was really, really young, you know, because my background is not really that cool. So I thought about, you know, changing it. So I think to myself, I took much responsibility on a very, very early age. Yeah. By senior 1, I was already, you know, paying my tuitions. So
that kind of hardened you?
Yeah, it hardened me much, yeah. So by senior 4, I was already paying for my sisters.
Oh, yeah. Now
you know, so, yeah. And then I wasn't even staying
But sometimes
home.
It still comes in. You know those people never hide. Those people who are only boy, it's just like a last born. You know, you can pay kaza for some time, but there is one thing you do and people are like,
yeah, actually, people will say that, but
there are things you do and your friends are like, the only boy.
Exactly. I didn't manage to get that, you know, because, you know, they say in Africa, you know, when your parents, I'm not saying they are because I'm trying to, you know, to bring up and everything. If your parents are not really rich, you're already 1-0.
Even starts.
You know, so you need to do hard to equalize, and then you be on top.
And then add. So
yeah.
when your family is complaining, you're not giving us time. What do? You sit down and explain to them how demanding your career is. What do you do to kind of calm them down?
Yeah, my dad really understands because he knows our struggles day in, day out. My mom, no, she doesn't. However much you explain
keep talking, right? You have to keep talking to her.
We talk. I really talk to her, but she doesn't. Mom will always stay mom.
Yeah.
They will always want the kids to be there next to them, which at this, you know, at this stage of the life, it's not normal.
And
it's
your
not
friends,
easy.
and don't you have the friends who are not around the football circles who still want you to be as available as any other profession where you can make time in the evening, where you can see them over the weekend, but you can't make time over the weekend.
Yeah, it's really, you know, like it's really, I think in the hood, okay, we say the hood, you know, in my background where I grew up from.
I'll be speaking only the football language, okay, in the hood.
Yeah. Okay, more of the boys like in Uzira. I take time to go there. It really takes me a lot of, you know, a lot of, you know, time to go and check on them, you know, be with them. I used to go there every, you know, Sunday, but when shit got hard, you know, I had to, you know, to stay away from, you know, distance.
So,
time.
On how you talked about family, how much are they involved in your career? Like when you're making certain decisions, for example, I think one of the biggest decisions is like changing teams.
Yeah.
Do you involve them? Or that is solely about you?
To be true to myself, I only got my dad involved, I think, in my first transfer. That was back then in 2010. I mean, 2010-11, my decision to go to Vietnam. I asked him, you know, like, I wasn't really happy with everything that was going on in Bunamaya. So I asked him, like, Dad, can I make this decision? I'm going somewhere I really don't know about, you know, the history and the background. And he was like, you know, I think now you're grown up, you can do you, you know. What you think is better for you, I'll always support you.
That was the last time you contacted?
That was the last time.
So all these other decisions, it's all about you or these friends of yours?
Friends, consultants, managers, no, my
Agent.
clients. And everywhere I go, it will be like, son, comes.
Wow. Mami, as long as you're okay,
I don't think she has even ever watched a game.
It's possible.
I think on TV, maybe. On TV she has. But a live game, I don't think so. I invited her one time on Nambole. She was like, no.
Bambi.
But she's there. She's doing good.
So, all this time, for how long have you played football now?
For how long? That is 12 years now.
What has it been like? How would you describe the 12
all my
years?
life. Okay, it's not
all
even
your
it's
life,
all
if
my
anything.
life. Yeah.
How would you describe your football journey so far?
It's been a roller coaster. Ups and downs. But it's been good. I don't regret nothing. I don't regret nothing. I've really had the best time of my life, you know. If it wasn't God, you know, who would I be, you know? I don't know where would I be, where I would be right now, you know. But right now I sit, it makes me feel good, you know, when you're passing by the streets and someone comes to you, hey, Sadam Juma, this and this.
See, when we were coming in here, the driver kept asking me, who are we going to interview? I said, that's some footballer. So when you open the gate, it's like, yes, Sadam. Like,
yeah, it has really given me a lot that I can't even describe. Everything my whole life, you know. I'm really, really, you know, proud of the game. I'm humbled. Yeah, so I don't know if it wasn't football, where would I be? I don't know.
Don't you have friends who... I looked at him because of the question I'm going to ask. Friends who... Because friends, I mean, we have friends from all walks of life. Yes, your career is demanding. Isn't there that day when friends call and like, they wrote to Sibila? Because that had... Come on, we are human.
Those nights... Of course, you know those nights happen.
Yeah.
Those nights happen. Okay, for instance, I won't lie to you, let me be true. If you have a game on a Saturday, you're off on Sunday, you know, you've got the 3 points, and you know, and your boys calling, what would you do?
Oh, yeah. But what I'm trying to drive at is, that's okay if you have a day off and you've won. You have all reasons to go and have a good time. Do all your friends... Because you see the basics of having a good time, you have to have one. Then you have to have a day off the next day. Because I doubt all friends understand those tactics. I mean, I don't know whether you have a game or not. You have them, right?
Yeah. You know the circle we're in. So it's really round, you know. Okay, I have a few friends, you know, who ball. So if I lose and they win, he won't be sad for me. He will be happy. So if you're a friend to him, you know, you need to grab the space, you know, between, and you know, you have to be happy for him. But so certain times you get calls, you know, and then you need to turn up. regardless. But if you lose, it doesn't mean there's no brighter day tomorrow.
Oh yeah, sure.
You know.
But
so,
if you have a game the next day, Sadam.
No, I didn't say about the next day.
I'm just saying in a scenario where what do? You talk to them and say, guys?
No, if I have a game next day, no, it's not.
And there are those who have said, you know, people.
Come on, you cannot go out when you have a game next day.
There are people who don't understand how, and you know when someone
and I'm
totally
not that.
doesn't. And no,
I'm
I mean
not one
friends.
of them.
I mean the friends. For example, I'm your friend. I don't follow football. I don't know about something called a match day.
Yeah, sure.
So when I called you and you're saying, you say I have a game tomorrow, and I'm thinking, what do you mean? Just come, we'll go up to 10 p.m. And you're saying a game. Someone will be like, oh.
Then that's bad company.
But you have them, don't you?
Yeah, I do have them.
So
Come
what do you
on,
do for
we
them?
all. I talk to you. If
when
you
they
don't
don't get
listen, then, life goes on, regardless. You understand? You need to understand me the way I do understand you. If you call me, I have a game tomorrow, then you call me for a party, then I'll start, siding you. You won't be rude because you don't give a damn about me.
Sometimes they just don't understand how the game runs. It's not like they don't give a damn.
Then you don't turn up. And the next day you will be.
And the next day
you come up. Who needs who? It's all about who wants you.
It's two-way. Well, you need them, they need you.
Yeah, but if you don't care about my career,
It's
then...
not like they don't care, Sadam. They just don't understand how football works. They're ignorant.
No. I don't have friends who don't understand football.
You had them, no go.
See, not all my life. My friends do understand football. Regardless, you don't play it, they do. You do understand.
So when you're not on the pitch, what's your life like at home? When there is no football?
Actually, you phoned me, guys, I was playing my PlayStation. And you tried to call me, I was like, no, I'm still playing. That's why it took long to calm down. So most times when I'm not playing, if I'm not playing majorly on off-season.
Yeah, off-season.
Yeah, off-season, but I think this time, this COVID time has really tested us, a lot. I've really been too much on my PlayStation, my son, And,
how is he, by the way?
He's doing good, doing good, yeah. So my son and, of course, take care of business.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you, if it's a day when you feel like you want to feel good, what's the kind of fun you want to have?
Actually, I've really been so much with my friends. For the past 3 months, I've really connected a lot with my friends. I have a few, a lot of friends, Kui, the Ians, Eddie, there are a lot. Majorly, more of all those top, bowlers. They've been coming in. I don't stay away, far away from the pitch, the band pitch. So I've been really managing, to contact them. We come and do sessions and stuff. So we always go there in the morning. We do, some sessions. Then after we go for, let me say, lunch, early lunch. Then after, everyone goes to the business. After again, we link up in the evening. So majorly it has been more of training friends, and a bit of family.
On a day when you have a bad match day,
yeah.
What are some of the things that have been the leading causes of bad match days for you?
Oh, I think preparations, how you prepare for the game. These games, the games differ. There is, most people call me, that big game player. Okay, my mentality for big games is really, I don't know, it's not good, but I don't know why, I really do prepare so good for the big games than, I won't say the average, but these other games,
normal games.
Yeah, because when you're playing a big game, for instance, you're Gystin, you're a top player in, Ugandan football, and I'm me, There's a way you're going to give me the respect, and I'll give you the respect. So what is going to determine how you exhibit your skill and your talent?
Because you all respect each other.
Exactly. So who does better is going to be top.
Yeah.
But for these other, other games, a player will come, the coach will tell them, who is the key player in the other team. Okay, it's Sadam. So you go and take him out of the game. So we will come basically for that. And you won't get time to play. That's why I hate them.
And Away from preparation, is that all?
Okay, for the part of preparation, it takes a lot. It really takes a lot, you know. Your diet, your resting, you know, your mindset, of course.
And there are things outside football that can cause you a bad game.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me say, for instance, if you a call from a family that is negative, or any argument with your girlfriend, anything bad, you know, to do with family, you know, it will put you out. Trust me, it will put you out.
So how do you deal with it? There is a bad call from family, but you have to play that game.
Yeah.
How do you take in all that and still show up on the pitch?
You know, that's why most cases you see, you know, footballers coming in when they have their headsets, you know.
That's when when you're
their phones switched off in flight mode prior to game, like 2 hours prior to the game, you know. So, you know, you don't focus on the game, I mean on the phone, and then you focus on the game. You only, you know, listen to the music and stuff, because music really makes your mind, you know, there's a way it vibes you. You know, you always have your favorite song. When you listen to it, you know, it vibes you up.
Do they sometimes, I mean, if, for example, if family, and I want to think your dad probably could do it, in that even when he has bad news for you, God forbid really, even when he has bad news for you, but you have a game and he knows, does he like play cool for you? Like he holds it and it's like, okay,
he always do that. My dad, he always do that.
Man, yeah, very sorry.
Mommy.
Because
sometimes she doesn't even know.
She
doesn't even know, like, you have a game, and all of a sudden she gives you a call from nowhere. So most cases, actually, this is fact. Sometimes when I'm in a very good vibe and stuff, or if I'm heading for a game and she calls, I don't pick up.
Because you're not sure?
Yeah. Because, yeah, not only, but she always calls me, you know, when there's something wrong. You know how mom is, so sometimes when I see it, I'm like, oh, but still it can affect your mind.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because you
even
saw
if
that
you don't
call,
pick it,
and you're thinking,
you know,
what
like,
did she want?
Oh, man, you know. So most cases, every time she calls me at night, I get worried. Then.
And then you have to consume that worry and still show up.
Exactly.
Because me, when I get worried, everything.
Let me tell you about football. Football is really a beautiful game. You know, you play with joy, you smile, because I've always been doing that. But it takes a lot of us. It really takes a lot. It takes you away from your family. It takes you away from your friends. It takes you away from yourself. You know, like you have to wake up, go train, eat, rest. Wake up, go train, eat, rest.
Like you're confined by the game. You can, even when you want to do certain things, you're like,
nah, if I go out now, I'm going to be weak for the next day for training, for a game. So it really consumes a lot of you. It takes you away from yourself.
So, because the things you're talking about, a certain human being will be like, so what keeps you in that passion?
The game. Of course, if you want to play. If you really want to play and everyone is like, oh, wow, you need to do it. You need to do all those things.
Now, Dad can understand and not tell you not give you bad news. Mom will not understand. What have you? Oh, your friends, I assume they will, because they understand the game.
But there's some crazy friends.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, you chibanda, ajaguma. Mpereza yeku nafiridwa. On match day.
But when someone finally gives you the bad news, maybe, I don't know, from anywhere, when you finally get the bad news, you got it already. You can't rub it off your head.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, what do you do to still go on the pitch? Don't you be like, when you get on the pitch, everything disappears and you...
Yeah, I've once got, you know, yeah, of course, I think every footballer has been through that. You know, so most cases, you know, not most cases, okay, if it does happen. I think it happened once. I don't remember what I do. What I did, but I remember I went into the mirror, the dressing room here, and I'm like, okay, Juma, this is your day. And it was a big day. It was really a big day. I think it was my first Uganda Cranes debut game in Nambole.
It was a big one.
It was really a big one. Then I lost the ankle. He was so close. It was so close. But they told me, you know, a night before the game. So I was like, the whole morning, you know, prior to the game, the pre-match game, you know, rituals didn't work out.
You were off.
I was completely off. Yeah, but you know, as I went into the dressing room. I went into the restrooms. Went into the. I looked myself in the mirror and I'm like, you know, you just are, you know, a normal kid who came from the hood, you know, from the ghetto. This is your day. You need to turn up.
You can't let this get over you.
You know, regardless, you need to turn up, however much.
That must be hard.
It was really hard, and one of my elder brothers, my cousin brother, he was there, and he has really been there for me. So he was in Nambole. Unfortunately, I got injured. Can you imagine? In the first 20 minutes of the game. So it's really hard. My mind still
when you
wasn't
got injured
prepared.
and got off, what were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking about the injury. I was thinking about getting home. Actually, that injury caused me a lot. It really caused me because where I was meant to be on the team that was going to Kenya by then for the Sekafa, the Senior Challenge Cup, but I was dropped. You know, so I got a lot of mixed feelings, but it really hardened me because after that, every injury I got, it was really, a step that I had to take it and then, prepare my mind, myself for a comeback.
Well, you talked about injuries and you've not had one. You've had quite a number. And I think that's the time when you really need family and friends the most.
Yeah.
Because how do you come back? Especially mentally. Physically, we have doctors and all these guys that are always around you that can help you physically. Emotionally, mentally, how do you keep up?
It's really hard. It's really hard, watching your friends, on TV or, if you can go and watch the live games. It's really hard. It affects a lot, it affects your mentality, But you need to be strong because injuries are part of the game. Are you going to hide away from it? Then you have to go and play other games like chess or what. But if you're really in for football, you have to expect that. But if it comes, then you have to, embrace it and be stronger than before.
And your friends have been there for you?
Yeah, my friends have been there for me, of course. They check on you, they send you messages, It has really worked, and my family has really always been there every time I get injured. Mom starts, she starts suggesting we go to the local healers and stuff. How genda bakuyugewa muyunzi, and then she starts suggesting, bali bawo ngakugamba bali bawo
MRI yumuga tabitegyaga bate wali waliwo
ndagamba wali tulina omuyunzi nange namenyekako omukono nanyunga
mangu.
Yeah, but family plays a big part, because that's when you get to know your real people.
Oh yeah. But we're talking about people who really, I mean, you're a guy. You probably have a woman.
Yeah. How
much is it of importance for her to understand your career? Because I will come from my workplace, nange numa nonya mnange support system. Ate support system etaniko kunyumiza ate training ate game ate we lost. What are you saying? Unless the person has an idea about how football runs, they will not get it.
I think this whole thing is all about understanding, mutual understanding.
No, but
come on, it's all about mutual understanding.
Yes, it is mutual
understanding. Don't put it because of,
no. What I'm saying is...
of the nature of...
what I'm saying is,
yeah.
I could understand. And when we are starting, I could say, okay, yeah, I know he's a bowler. I will understand.
Yeah.
But when the times are tough,
yeah.
And he keeps saying, I'm training, gym, sina game. That ukangambe yono na energy muze sika footballer. Has your career cost you? Like, have you had people who have gone like, football or
Yeah, down the road, yeah, of course. I told you the game takes a lot of you. It takes you out, of everything. Basically, you can, unfortunately, you can get into someone who doesn't really understand the nature of what you do. And you need to be off some things because of the game. And you're preparing mentally for the big game, And then someone is not going to understand that. And all of a sudden, from that, there will be a fight. From a fight, there will be a lot.
A lot more. And probably they can't keep up. They just
I
have
can't
to
exclude myself out of that. I've ever been into that situation. And, someone walks away out of my life because of that. And that's why I told you, it's all about mutual understanding. Yeah, it's only the game. The game has given me everything. So you want me to stay away, to quit the game for you? Or you need to understand, as I do about you, then we get on the same bus, we ride. So it's all about mutual understanding. And it's how you treat that person. It's how you treat that person. Yeah. Are you going to bring her, close to you, that she gets to know who you are, what you want, what you love, the same way you do to her. She'll get to know. When you talk to her, she has to be your friend. Yeah. Generally, you're speaking about friends, but I mean friends, of course.
And I think what you said is very important, because when you bring close to her, she sees those things happening. So the next time you say, I have to go to gym, she knows you have to go to gym.
Go to gym, I need to go
but
to
if
work.
You don't,
gym like gym where you I go again and mbidala. She's like training. And then there's this yagala kera kumacho gendo training. Kati baby. Akusika togenda like. But you need to respect what brings food on the table. Yeah. And the sport has really, if I come to you and then I tell you the game has given me everything, believe that. Whatever, be it the shirt I'm putting on, being where we stay, being everything, bills and stuff. It's the game. So you need to respect it. You need to respect it regardless.
But you have to help her understand how much, because if you get a girl who knows football, she will have an idea.
Then make her your friend.
Exactly. Yeah. But if you get one who doesn't know football, you have to help her in the journey to understanding what your career is. You want to assume that she has to understand, then really. Because you assume it's a guarantee, you have to. What do you mean you don't understand?
Okay, this generation has really changed, life has really changed. Bichusenye ebintu mukati bagamba mukazi kati mukazi naffe tulinga abasajja, but what do you mean, deep down or wherever, omukazi alina kubanga asooka kuwulirizaani musajja. That's the culture. It has really changed, of course. We sit on the same table, we discuss matters and stuff. Yeah, good. But if I tell you something, you really, really need to understand. Yeah. The same way you tell me something and I'm understanding. Okay, it's naturally, for men, the first not understand, it will be a bit hard. And then, after some time.
You guys even have ego. Natural tegera, sometimes you just choose not.
No. No.
Do you know about people in the football circles or like footballers whose lifestyles have killed their careers?
No, I won't mention none.
No, you don't have to mention names, but
Yeah, but of course, yeah.
Must be a sad story, right?
Yeah, it's really a sad story.
Like someone was good, they had a promising career, and then all of a sudden, we keep hearing one by one.
Yeah.
A lot. Before you know it, that career is gone.
It's gone. Yeah, there are a lot of people, there are a lot. Not my generation, not the other generation, the other, there are a lot. We always hear about the generation that was, like 2-3 generations before us. They were really talented, but mostly it happened to be that kind of, drama.
There's a time I was talking to someone and they said footballers who are married, official, okay, not really married, I don't mean wedded, officially, who have spouses that are known, are a little bit easier to manage than the single ones. Freestyle.
How many footballers do you know that are married?
Siva Anji.
How many footballers do you know that are not married? So do the
Why
math.
is that? So?
Do the math. And who is on the top? Who is on top?
What do you mean who is on top? I don't know.
No, I mean like who like most, like, okay, the number, like, I don't think we have so many. I don't really think.
Those who are married?
Yeah, officially married.
I don't know many. I really don't know.
How many weddings have you attended for footballers?
I've never. I'm not friends with many of them.
from social media.
I know official wedding. I think I
You
even
want
know
to start
one.
mentioning?
I
Exactly.
think I know one.
Kati bameka bali ku professional ngati bali married.
But is it?
It's all about how you conduct yourself.
It's just about you. It's not
It's
about.
all about you. Yeah.
Are you on
It's all
social
about
media? Oh yeah. Oh, man, kulaba
Yeah,
kuba rally ku Twitter.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram.
Do you open your pages when you've lost a game, or when you've had a bad game?
You know why I quit? I did quit Facebook because of that drama. I think I've now 4 years without being on Facebook because of drama. The drama that is always on. I think I
But
last.
the drama is always okay. Well, people on Twitter are a bit.
Yeah, they're a bit
corporate.
corporate and stuff.
Facebook,
Facebook here is so dramatic. So you need to stay away from that drama. Actually, prior, before or after the game, you need to stay away from the
Do you
social
run your
media
accounts?
stuff. Yeah, I do run, and my brother YCK runs one. Yeah,
Okay.
runs
So and because the main reason I honestly, for one, was interested in this show is the assumption is when you guys have a bad day, people on TV, journalists, and the fans, all they will say is Sadam Yagulide.
Yeah.
No one seems to care that you're human. Just like how I wake up and have a bad day at office.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have reasons.
Yeah.
It even hurts more when someone is castigating me for not doing my work very well and they're not minding about the reasons I am not well. So that's why when you say, I think we need to listen to these guys.
Yeah. Sometimes we carry our bodies to the line when you're not really even, let me say, 50% right. Mentally you're okay, but physically you're a bit unfit. You're carrying an injury, but you're turning up. You've got some sad news. You're not financially well. All that, but it's all because of the game. You need to turn up.
When you have a bad day, a bad game, and fans are making noise, and you see people castigating you, what are you thinking?
You just feel like you want to come and drop that person. The last time I was on Twitter, that was, Facebook, yeah? That was 2017, January. We're in Morocco. So we went for the Chan tournament. We're all attacked. But mostly it was Benjamin Ochan. So I was like, the pain he felt. I really felt, the whole squad, we really felt so bad. They were attacking, everyone, but I remember seeing Benjai. It's really bad. From there and then, I was like, no, let me deactivate my account. Like, serious. Yeah, Jebali, but
only that for them there. Even when he abuses you, wavayo maliko prenamgamba please.
So wali wabaka vuyabo bali eri bachali eri tebali na jene newe bana jene nga. You see most footballers in Europe, they don't have,
they don't even run their accounts.
Yeah, their accounts and then the social media stuff.
And it's understandable.
Because after the game, you have the temper. You know how it feels to lose a game.
Yeah. And for us fans, I think for us we assume to
lose a game, the way you have to to handle yourself, to calm yourself down. You just feel those petty talks, it really, it breaks you. And if because it's going to break you. So that's why, it's a team.
When fans are screaming, do Do you ever feel like, do you hear some? Like when you're on the pitch?
Of course, come on.
Do you ever feel like,
you do. If you're a footballer and then you play for Express, you'll get to know.
Do you ever feel like you want to walk up to them and say, I'm human,
yeah, I have a friend who attacked a fan. Not one, not try, no, you know.
Yeah, but it's possible.
It's possible, you know. It's really hard. Someone coming to you and then like, well, you know, there's those words, those strong words. Yeah, ugutunze and blah blah. Hey, send them mekezo.
And I think that's why it's important for clubs. I don't know if the clubs you've been through, if they do it, it's important for clubs, if it's like off-season really, to engage you about different things.
Yeah.
Not only important to tell you about football, and there is a whole lot. For example, how social media had its effects. Probably someone should tell you when you're angry, if you can't put your phone on. Because you're just angry.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do these clubs even ever bring you people to talk to you?
Yeah, they do, yeah. I think KCCA was doing it. You know, they do it. You know, the way you handle yourself, you know, with your social media and stuff. You know, we're human.
Even how you...
We're human. Regardless, they talk to you. Someone will come and attack you. Something you really see is not. But it's how you humble yourself, and then you're like, regardless. And then you get, you know, calls from friends like, you know, Tochikola and this and this and this and this, you know. But you feel like you want to come out and, you know, say, you know, bring out yourself, bring out your heart, cry out your heart. But it's not possible. Regardless, you know, what makes news is what comes out, you know. The good can, you know, can't make news. Kati ne kase chibi chivayo. Tosobola kuleta chirungi. It's already news.
Ne wonete chirungi tujagamba oyimukwewo zaako.
Oyimukwewo zaako fe twawulidde David.
Utegera wakubye omuntu atodazo. And the same thing happened because, you know, I look at you guys when you're on the pitch, you're concentrating on the game, and then the coach is saying something, and some coaches are and I'm like, the way that person is talking, am I supposed to hear that instruction? Like, you're so rude. And then there is a fan, and then you're supposed to absorb all those emotions. How do you do it?
That's the beauty of the game. You know, to be a footballer, you really have to hold a lot. You know, the pressure from your family starts from the family, because you're going to be there on tension to get, you know, they have to see you win, you know, the best result. To your teammates, your coaches, to the fans, and, you know, to the friends, it's really a lot, and the whole nation. So you see sometimes players when they don the national colors, you know, national jersey, sometimes they have a bad game, and, you know, they have a good game. It's really a lot, because it's going to stress you. It's really, really going to stress you, and it's going to take a lot of this, you know, of you.
I think even self-confidence.
The pre-preparations to the game, prior to the game, it takes a lot. You'll be thinking about your family, the fans, the coaches, your teammates, you know, everyone. Like, we need to pull out these results. We need to bring the results, but it's going to take you a lot. The only thinking, yeah, you know.
When people keep saying a lot of things.
Yeah, the way I've really managed, you know, I always, you know, look to myself and I'm like, no, Juma, you're better than this. You know, you can do it. You know,
but Juma, so you must be having a strong support system. With the injuries you've suffered, and you still manage to keep coming back, it's got to be strong.
Yeah, I told you the first injury I got, it really took a lot of myself, you know. It took a lot of myself. It took me, you know, and it was, you know, a bit of my career and stuff. So it built me. I had to build myself, you know. Like, okay, now this is how life might be. So you need to, you know, to harden, you need to face it, you need to prepare. So I prepared myself. You know, I've always got injuries, you know, with my knees for like 5 months, you know, it's really hard. But I come back, the next day I'm in the pitch, I'll be like I've been around.
Now, so for the fan that sees you on the pitch, and they're just imagining your day at home,
it depends.
If there is no training.
If there is no training. If it's off, no training.
Let's say off season.
Okay, let me say off season. I'll take my time. It depends. I can wake up. Of course, kumacha. sawanga 10 mu kitundu nensala nenzirawo nenebaka.
That second waking up is the
second waking
original.
up.
Sawanga meka?
It's tricky. Nsobola ozuuka sawanga nnyo basatu. I'm off.
Okay, so what's your day like in that time? So when you wake up?
I wake up, I get breakfast. I'm not really that much person into breakfast, I take a cup of water, maybe say like juice or fruit. Then I'm like, okay, my day, how is my day going to be? Then do a bit of anything I need to do for like an hour or two. Then boom, jump on my phone. After my phone, then I'll jump on my PlayStation.
If you want to have a good time, what's your kind of fun?
My kind of fun is to be with my friends. I think every Sunday in my life I've always been with my friends. We always, link up, go maybe somewhere, play football, some fun football. You know that there's nothing better than like playing a fun football.
No pressure, no nothing.
No nothing, completely no nothing. You're going to do what you do. No one is going to shout at you and stuff. So generally every Sunday I do that. But if like it's off season, and I'll have to see, of course, my friends.
I've been at KCC at games, KCCA games, or KCCA especially, because I started watching football more when we were playing for KCCA FC. And the people that watch football, the fans, sometimes they know. I think because they follow you players so much, probably on social media or even in real life. You could be having a fan of KCCA and Gabera or Nonenga Tomai. So sometimes they honestly watch your lives. And I have had pockets of fans.
Yeah.
Say, hey, Jumoyo mchakaze. And it's possible to kulaba one time.
Yeah,
like
sure,
once.
Of course, yeah.
Katiena chua jenu. Mchakaze. Linga kulaba once.
Once, yeah. But it's all about the timing. When.
Yeah. And for them they can easily forget about the timing.
Exactly. They forget about the timing. Exactly. Yeah, of course. I'm human.
Yeah.
I really love being out.
Yeah.
I love being out. I won't deny that. And I love going outside Kampala, because in most cases we're always in Kampala. All the teams I've played for, they're in Kampala. So that stress, traffic, loud, after training, you're only thinking about going home, rest, PlayStation, going home, rest. So most cases, every time if I'm off, actually I think I've not been lucky enough, because most of the fans maybe have been seeing me when I'm injured. And then they see me going outside and stuff, As you said, he or she might have seen you once,
And then they generalize it. And you know how they connect dots that don't even connect. When you get an injury, like, why are you mad?
But again, when you're injured, and then when you're recovering, because if I've got an injury and then the doctor says you need to be home for like 1 or 2 months, come on, I'll be home. Then there's that process from being home after a month. Let me say your injury is like 3 months. They tell you to be home rest, for 1 month. Yeah, and then the second month you need to do a bit of strengthening, then you're regaining your power, The third month, you need to be doing a bit of activities before you start getting to the pitch. Then I'll be like, okay, I'm not fully recovered, but I'm like 70% recovered. Yeah,
so you can, after all the hectic training hasn't started.
I do, because basically when you're injured, you cannot train from, Monday to Monday. Like you do Monday to Friday, then you have 2 days off. Of course, for your injury to recover well, not putting much pressure. So, you decide you go out.
So, and I don't know, fans have, I think it's high time we started training sessions for fans to tell them, Banang, come.
Babaleke.
Come down.
Babaleke, wali uleke mbozi ya boda nga banyumyo mpira.
I have heard them.
You've never experienced that.
No, but during games, you see like the KCCA stadium, I like sitting. What do they call that? What do they call that? There is that place. The ordinary, how do they call it? It has a nickname. Guys, how do they call that place? Muchichi? I've forgotten. Where the ordinary guys sit.
Well, behind the goal.
There is that place that is towards
Muchirasha.
That's where the real story is. That's where
that's where you get to know someone who knows you, whereby they will say, oh yeah, very much in it. Instead when you're staying in, when you're oriented.
I'm not going to mention the player. And I think they are him. I think someone had seen him somewhere the night before, and he had a bad day. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
They know everything.
And you know, fans. You're being watched by hundreds of people.
Yeah, so. I know, because you're a role model and stuff. That's why it's really, it's hard, to protect your image. And in Uganda, it's really hard. Because in Europe, they find you. They'll find you and stuff. But here, it's you. You need to be your manager. You need to be your doctor. You need
control
to be
your emotions, fight your wars the right way. When it's a bad match day, and when you come back home, what do you do? And it's been a bad match day.
I don't want to see no one. A match bad day, I just want to be there. Not even on my phone, maybe listening to music. Sometimes I go even to bed early. I think that's the most times I always go to bed early. Like, because you're tired, you're stressed, and you've lost the game. So you're thinking about the next day, what the coach is going to put you through.
I was in a press conference.
Oh,
yeah, after.
You're too very.
You know that those coaches, when it's a loss.
So it's really, it's hard, it's hard, when you've lost the game and, you just want to drive home. Just drive home.
You've been in this game for quite some time, and you're just the right person to talk to, because let's talk to the young players right now. I think we have young players who, someone used to say them, he has just signed for KCCA FC and hey man,
he's everywhere.
My friend.
Yeah,
he's
sure.
On social media, he's just up and above.
Yeah, sure.
What would you tell them, especially on their lives off the pitch beyond match day? What do you tell them?
First thing first, they need to keep the feet on the ground, because it's football is not only 90 minutes. It takes really a lot of preparation. They just need to understand the game. They love the game. Give respect to the game. It will respect you. Don't go beyond the line. Don't do what you don't need to do. You don't have to to drive so much yourself, because you've played a game and you're hyped. Everyone is singing your song, your name. Boom! The next day you're going to you're not going to have a good day. At the beach. They will be on you. How are you going to control that? Are you going to post about that still? No. So you need to calm down, take your time. Just feel when the right time is. Then you can start, thinking. Because when okay, for instance, me, if I have a good day or a bad day, I'll still turn up. But it's going to affect you. I've seen a lot of young boys, at KCCA, after having a bad game, they don't want even to turn up the next day for training and stuff. But we've really tried to manage and then, push them on and stuff. So they need to, every time, it's not all about that game. You have, like, let me say, 1 million games to play. So why do you think about that only game? You need to toughen up. If you had a bad day, wake up. It's a brand new day. Wake up. Go and show up, Then there will be better days.
If you were to list precisely, quickly, the first things that come into your head, that the bad habits that are killing people's, for the time you've been in the game, that are killing people's careers, like no man's business. Quick ones. Which ones come off your head first?
No, not resting too much. Of course, being out, of course, being into women and stuff, alcohol, and of course, not listening to your coaches, not giving extra training besides, the usual training, and not being, the self-confidence to have it, because sometimes you may not be confident enough, but you're not fit enough, but you have the confidence. You come and play, So the self-confidence, self-esteem, and then there's a lot.
Sadam, how many more years do you have in football?
I don't know. It's only God.
You want to play for as long as you can play.
As long as I can still move my body.
But I got
Kasa generation, you know, the future is really bright. We're bringing in good players, really good players. You know, the Allans are now stepping up. You know, Chiza, you know, they're all stepping up. Poloto, I really hope he really steps up. You know, because this is his time. He has not been lucky enough with the injuries. You know, there are a lot of boys coming up. Anaku, exactly.
The couple of them.
Yeah,
Watambala,
yeah, the quite a number. So I really, the future is really, really big for us. So
you're not going to say, you want to play as long as you can?
No, I want to play as long as I can. And for those boys, all those boys, of course, I think most of the boys, I'm in contact with them. I talk to them and stuff because I really like them, the self-confidence and stuff. Because I was once like them.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm trying to give them that, don't do like I did, but do as I say.
If this is your camera, I want you to talk to the fans and everyone else. Tell them, it's not me. Come on, understand that I came to have a good game and things just didn't go the right way.
Yeah.
And then we just have to keep talking to them and talking. With time, they will finally understand that. It's not a guarantee that
Yeah, but they've really had a lot. The fans, it takes a lot. Chitwala bingi, okujja omuntu najja na turning up for the game. It's really hard because you go through a lot. Okulowooza for that game, preparation to the game. It takes all of you. Because prior to the game, osobola n'okubeerawo nga oyina wakuluma, but because of the game has taken your mind, nobanga towulira na wakuluma. Nozanya kati ate obulumi n'obulira after, So for the fans, they really need to understand. No player in this world really wants to have a bad game because it's an exhibition, whereby you come and exhibit your goods, your talent. So if someone comes up and doesn't, play good, they will feel bad than how they do, So we have even sleepless nights. I've ever had like 3 sleepless nights over a game. New tuluni tumbula. And I'm not alone. Of course, every player, a lot of players, no jauli naga mwana ze sebase nagulide and stuff. And then like, bruv, it's a brand new day. Lero lulala tugende maaso. So naffe tuba twagala tukola buli kimu ekisoboka naye sometimes bigana because tuli bantu, we are human.
I think one number when you are still playing for KCCA, one number when we were out in the dressing room before that game. I was talking to someone who works for KCCA.
Niengo na mawuliro ina manji.
So mutu na mawuliro. Hey, na mawuliro. So I was talking to someone who works for KCCA FC. So at the end of the conversation, we were doing like a quick chap, and I was saying, the funniest of the team, Sadam Juma.
Do I look funny?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
Who said that?
So and they said when you won a game, gamuni mubas. Two people. Sadam, Bukwago.
Okay. Basically, I really love a positive vibe. Njagala nnyo abantu nga bali happy. All my life, not only football or what. My surroundings. If you have bad energy, you stay away from me. I really want positive people. Njagala nnyo kubeera nga everyone is happy, nsanyusa abantu and stuff. So maybe people mistake it for me to be mbo njogera nnyo bansesa nnyo and stuff.
Naye nzo kuba oli comedian. Simaka pia tukasubira tugende mu comedy store.
Naye tuveeyo. Muhanji oyo.
Ani?
Muhanji oyo Alex oyo.
I see. Yeah, you're the comedian of the team.
But yeah, basically, I just want people, to be happy. I really have a good vibe. I don't want to be sad. I'm not a sadist. I will never be. I just want everyone to be happy. Yeah.
Last part of the interview. When you aren't on the pitch, where are you?
Home. Home.
When you aren't playing on the pitch, what are you doing?
My friends and PlayStation.
When you aren't with your teammates, who are you with?
Alone.
Alone?
Alone.
Such a loner.
Yeah, I do.
What activity takes up much of your time apart from football?
I used to love sleeping, but I don't do it. Okay, I love going out, scenery and stuff.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Of course, Messi. Talent.
Club you wish to play for?
Barcelona.
Huh?
Barcelona, I wish to play for that.
Best club in Uganda?
Best club in Uganda, currently,
Right now. Which one would you say is the best club in Uganda?
KCCA.
Casual or gentle wear?
Casual.
Oh yeah, someone else to swim in from head to bottom. Best Ugandan player you have played alongside?
In Kasuri.
Ugandan player you wish to play alongside?
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, one you haven't played alongside yet.
Guma.
Which sport would you be playing if it wasn't football?
Basketball. It is what it is.
Last song you danced to? I can guess.
Right.
It's gonna be an Eddie Kenzo song, but okay.
Nah, nobody.
Last song you danced to?
Yeah, you can. I was playing that. Nobody, Mr. Easy and DJ Neptune. That is my vibe, song. So I was coming here for the interview. I had to vibe up.
So can we wait Last time you talked to mom?
Last week.
Last time you talked to dad?
2 days back.
Last time you talked to your son?
Yesterday.
Last time you talked to your woman?
Next.
Eh?
Next.
Last time you talked to your woman?
I don't know.
Oh, what are you saying?
Like seriously, I don't know. Listen. Okay, 1 hour back.
Quickest meal you can make if you got a visitor?
Oh, spaghetti and eggs.
Yeah, had to be spaghetti.
Mbali nabakolera ne
Right.
muze mpapa.
Tetupapa tukyalinayo budde batukolereyo ka spaghetti. Wano tebaswagana. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
5 years, I'll be playing football. I'll be in football.
Here?
No more.
In fact, when I was doing my starting bit, I said, guys, you never know, we can have breaking news here. Which team are you going to join? Just please.
No, the right time will come. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Trust me, you're going to be the first. First people who will get
lying,
like serious, walai.
Don't lie.
And it's not too far. It's not. It's not too long.
Before you get to know, right?
Yeah, before we get to that.
Any last words for anyone that is going to watch this interview? Especially the fans of Ugandan football.
Yeah, for the fans, I don't have a lot of, I don't have. Just keep pushing, just keep supporting your teams. Just be loyal to your teams. But, only do have to give respect to the players. They really do a lot, the preparations, a monthly, weekly, day in, day out, preparation prior to the game. So just move our gide and get mbavuma because it puts them down, So mbasaba mwongere okuwagira nnyo n'okujja mu bisaawe and then give respect to the game.
Well, if you ever retire in football, what do you think you will do? Will you stay in the football circles? Do you plan to?
No.
Coach.
No. Football, I don't think I will stay in football because it has really taken a lot of my time, myself. So, ngenda ko mu bulimi business, of course, and ngenda nakutera branch obeera wa ngenda kutera yo branch gyobeera eyo simanyi ekyo.
Anyway, thank you so very much for talking to us.
Namambo.
Very honored. Let me just report this guy.
COVID.
We have suffered to find this interview. My God.
COVID.
But anyway, I'm glad that finally we got it.
Yeah.
I know people will enjoy it.
Hopefully,
I enjoyed it.
hopefully.
I feel like I also want to watch it again. The parts when you were speaking, I wasn't very attentive. Every time I have to again watch the answers. But thank you so very much. It was lovely talking to you.
I'm humbled, anytime.
Waiting for the great news of Sadam Juma.
Yeah, soon. Sadam Juma, you'll be somewhere. You'll be in a new home. Not so long, because of COVID and this stuff. A few things have been up and down, but I've taken my time. I've prepared a lot. So soon I will have a new home.
Wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
In fact, when
thank
you get unmarried, I think we'll come back because now then we shall be talking to Sadam Juma, who plays for blah 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 blah.
And I will have a jersey. One way I dance have a jersey. By your team.
Anyways, that was it for Extra Time. I do hope you enjoyed the interview. Until next time, bye bye.